Again, it's Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and this is part 2. And all I really want to do is touch up the edges, but that's not usually the way things work out. As I look at things, I decide I want to change some stuff. And so this is probably no different. I'm getting some really pretty cells in the sky. I want to make a few adjustments here and there. Maybe here and there and everywhere. And integrate my edges. And I have still got a lot of paint left in my shovels, which is what I used in part 1, but that doesn't mean that I want to use it in part 2. And I don't want that yellow. I do want some orange, and I keep thinking I want to use chain, but I don't want to put any chain in this right now. I do expect, since I torched, that it's not going to be that easy to add a lot more paint, but I didn't do it too thoroughly, so maybe I'm okay. What I really want is something that's got a round tip for down here. And I'm going to try and use the flat edge of my number 3. This is a Princeton Catalyst art tool. It's in the Amazon link below the video. I have lots of them. I just like to be sure that this is something I like, and if I have a chance to change it, I will. I don't hate it, but I'm not as satisfied with it as I could be, I think. And that's an interesting sky if that's what it is, but I'm not sure. Whoop, almost dropped that right in the painting. Okay, pay attention to what you're doing, woman. I'm not sure about anything right now, but I'm sure I'm having fun. So that's a good way to start. And not a bad way to finish. And I like that purple so much, I really want some of it down here to lead the eye down. Yep. And there is some white in that stripe, which I usually require if I'm going to use the neon folk art purple, which is also a Dick Blick fluorescent product, and I haven't used it yet, so I make no promises about that, but I received some for Christmas, and thank you, Terry. You know who you are. Yeah, I like that white streak up there a lot better, and I think I'm going to add another one. I think that's just what the doctor ordered. Yes, drama. I like the drama. And what do I have over here? I have a lot of thick paint. It's a good thing that I use the GAC 800. And next one, I'll make a better experiment. I'll actually tip the next one and see what happens with my stripes. Maybe I'll try and put them all on one side. So that's just me doing very little and calling it good. Giving it one more torch. There's no silicone in my mix, but there is often a combination of Floetrol, Decor pouring medium, and always GAC 800 to keep the paint from cracking. And we torch to release the bubbles in the paint, and I'm going to hit that bottom area and that edge with some black really quickly because I don't want to see that other orange coming through. And I can see canvas down there, and I don't need to. Otherwise, it's always a good idea to check if you're using these cheapo canvases from China and Michaels. It's always a good idea to check your edges, because a lot of times the paint will come right up off the edge and recede, and I'm not sure why. Somebody once told me they thought it was because they use inferior primer, but most of the time I can resolve that issue pretty easily without wasting a lot of money on buying all new primer and spending all that time priming canvases. And I don't really have room for more materials than what I need, and or the time to waste. I think that needs to go down just like on the other side. Thank God I have paint shorts. They make the best rag. So I'm just going to quickly check the edge of that all the way around, because a lot of the paint has fallen down and I don't need to work too hard at covering it. But I see right now that the top is not. So I'm just going to run my squeeze bottle right down the edge. And cover that again. And maybe if I'm lucky, the paint that's above it, when it touches it just a bit, will color that up and make it a more cohesive look. And if it's not, I think this pink will work. I know I don't usually do that for you guys, but somebody probably wants to know I do. And now you do. Now you know. Let's check the last side. Get rid of the paint on my hand. And yes, my edges are covered. I'm going to show you that and clean my tile in a second. And otherwise, I'm pretty good to go. I might check on my top one more time, but otherwise I'm done. All right, so this is Priscilla Batzel at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in Florida, Spring Hill, Florida, in the backyard, saying if you haven't checked out my Amazon link, my OXO omelet turning miraculous paint spreading spatula is there. My Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas are all listed on one page. I have like 6 different ones of those. They're awesome. And I just listed the gold mica powder, which I'm using to make gold currently, which seems to be working pretty well. And I like that. And look for my paint pouring recipe. It's in the description under the video, along with my Pinterest boards and 3 albums of Facebook wet and dry 3 albums on Facebook of wet and dry YouTube artworks. And my Instagram. Oh, I hate having trouble talking. So I love you guys. Thank you all for the contributions. I hope to see you again. And that was fast, and that's probably good. And I'm just going to do another one and have some more fun. Bye for now. Love you guys. Priscilla out.